exercise is lying neck flexions, and so I'm going to demonstrate them. I'll come back onto camera, talk a little bit about them, and then the rest of the exercises I'm going to coach through with you as I perform them, okay? So, starting with neck flexions, I would like you to lay on the side of your bed or a sofa like I'm doing so. Shoulder goes on the very end and the head lies off the side. Top arm goes on the hip. Bottom arm goes on top of the shoulder. You're then looking to bring the ear down to your shoulder. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Up to the top. Hold for 3, 2, 1. And we're going to repeat this for 3 on each side. You're looking to keep the rest of your body stable, driving your hips down into the sofa or the bed, concentrating on the stretch on the lateral side of your neck. Okay, once you're all done, you're going to roll onto your back and do the exact same. Push your shoulders to the edge of the sofa or your bed. Arms can go wherever you feel comfortable now. And we're now going to hold for 3, 2, 1, all the way from the bottom to the top, tucking the chin down all the way to the chest. And you're going to hold for 3 seconds at each end range of motion each time. Again, we're going to go for 3 reps. So this is our last one, holding for 3 seconds at the end of each motion. Okay, you're going to roll onto your next side, do the exact same. So top arm goes on hip, bottom arm goes on shoulder, and shoulders go to the edge of the sofa. You're then flexing down, ear to shoulder, hold for 3 seconds, to the top, hold for 3 seconds, and you're going to go for 3 repetitions. So this is number 2. Remember, we're driving the hips down into the sofa or the bed, only moving the neck. Okay, you're going to roll onto your front for your last rotation. Shoulders remain on the edge. This time, hands go behind the back or straight by your side. And you're going to go for 3, chin to the sofa or the bed. And then head as high as possible. It's really important in this position that you don't move your bum. Bum stays driven into the bed, tight and engaged. Head comes up and down. Like I said, we're going to go for 3 repetitions. This being number 2. And this is also the most difficult position to perform them in. So do take your time focusing on your technique. Okay. Like I said, that makes up the first movement we're going to go through. Secondly, we're going to go from this kneeling position, focusing on the neck still, an exercise you're familiar with, where we're going to grip the big thumb into the palm of the hand, bringing it down to our side with some space here. We're going to bring the other arm over the top of the head, gripping as close to your chin as possible. You're then going to pull your head to the side. Hold this position for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're then going to go for 5 rotations on this side, holding the position. 4 and 5. We're now going to go anti-clockwise, holding this stretch. You'll notice my posture stays upright. And 5. From this position, we're going to release the head, keeping our grip on our thumb, and we're going up to the top, keeping our posture upright, rotating and keeping this arm as close to the body as possible. And you're going to go for 3 rotations backwards, controlling your breathing all the way through. Okay, before swapping sides. So this time, left hand, left thumb, gripped underneath. Going to bring the right arm over, gripping the chin, over the earlobe, pulling the stretch to the side, keeping your back nice and upright. 2 and 1, and we're going to start our rotations.
going in a clockwise direction, nice and slowly, small circles. And 5, change direction, holding the stretch. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, we're going to release the head, and now we're going to go for rotations backwards, pulling the arm as far back as we can before rotating and bringing the arm through its full rotation, keeping the arm as close to the body as possible, okay? So as we get to here, we're flattening the rib cage, bringing the arm up next to the ear, and then we're going to try and keep our fist as close to the body as possible without moving our chest, stomach, or hips. And like I said before, 3 rotations, nice and slow. Okay, so that's our first 2 exercises. We're now going to go into our scapular lifts. Okay, so we're still working the upper back. We're now going into this quadruped position on all 4s, knee under hip, hand under shoulder. From this position, like I said, we're only working the shoulder. So we're going to tuck the spine underneath, creating this rounding position here. What we're going to do from here is focus on the shoulders, pushing up, holding for 3, 2, 1, and pushing down. Notice how my back stays still, but my shoulders move. Okay, and we're going to go for 3 of these, okay? So up and down is 1 repetition, and you're holding each endpoint for 3, 2, 1. Okay, last rep now. 3, 2, 1. And it's really helpful in this position to grip the floor with your fingertips, okay? So if I come back here, you can see that my hand position isn't neutral like this. It's gripping the floor, pushing through. 3, 2, 1, dropping down. Hips stay still, but the shoulders move. And relax for me. So from here, we're going to keep our quadruped position, and we're going to go into some neck rotations. So we're going to turn to the right side 5 times, nice and slowly, looking to keep the rest of the body still and stable. 3, 4, and 5. Once we've done this to the right, we're grabbing the ear with the right hand, coming down and opening out the back, okay? So 1, 2, and 3, okay? We're now going to swap sides onto the left side, and we're going to rotate the head first. 1, 2. Remember, you should be able to balance a glass of water on the back of your back. And 5, okay? From this position, left hand goes on the back of the head, elbow comes down, and then we're opening out the middle of our back. I want you to try and bring this elbow as high as possible without moving your hips here, okay? And we're only going for 3, and then we're all done, okay? So that's our exercise 3. We're moving now into a wall sit march. So I'm going to bring you with me, and you're very familiar with what a wall sit march is. So I won't demo this exercise for you, but you're going to perform a wall sit, 10 seconds on, 10 seconds off for 60 seconds in total, which will run you up to a minute in focus. Now we're going to finish with a standing balance and some knee flexions. So we're going up onto our feet, standing on one leg, extending the other leg in front of us. I want you now to bring arms out, tucking the thumb into a fist, holding the arm out, and you're going to rotate this standing leg for 5 rotations in. Okay, hold, 5 rotations out. Looking to keep the hips as stable as possible, arms stay horizontal. Once you've done your 10 rotations, I want you to hold your balance until you lose it, okay?
So I'm not going to do that for you, but I want you to hold this position until this elevated foot comes down. Once it comes down, you're going to swap over and do the exact same on the other leg. So we're going left side rotations in, 5 rotations in, trying to keep your balance as much as possible. Okay, and then we're going 5 rotations out. And 5, okay? Remember, you're now going to hold this balanced position for as long as possible before your foot comes down, arms stay horizontal, toes stay pointed towards the kneecap, and we're staying here. Once you've lost your balance on the other side, you're going to go into your final stretch, which is a new one for you, whereby we're going to get into this split squat position, knee under hip, foot and ankle under kneecap. What I would like you to do is bring your weight forwards, bringing this back leg towards your bum cheeks, holding your foot as close to your bum as possible. And you're going to hold this position for 10 seconds. You're looking to keep a nice upright posture and hold your balance while bringing this foot as close to your butt cheek as possible. Once you've done 10 seconds, you're going to release the bottom foot, pushing forwards as far as possible, but your chest stays as high as possible. We're going to hold here for 10 seconds. Focusing on the stretch through the hamstring and through the glutes. Once you've done this, we're going to swap over to the other side for 10 seconds. Okay. Foot comes as close to the butt cheeks as possible. Bringing the back backwards. Okay, trying to keep your balance. And we're going to hold here once you've got your balance for 10 seconds. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your foot, and then we're driving this front knee as far over the toes as possible, stretching out this hamstring. And we're going to hold this position for 10 seconds, and then we're all done, Paul, okay? So this should take you when you're familiar with it for 10 to maybe 15 minutes. Once you're more comfortable and you remember the routine yourself, I imagine you'll be able to get through this in about 10 minutes, okay? What we're looking for is for you to follow this routine to the T. Each and every morning, I would like you to check into this video, follow along with me, and then check in on True Coach and give me some feedback. Did you do just these exercises, or did you add anything else on to the top? What's your plan for the day? Are you going for a bike ride? Are you committing to a strength session with me? Okay, I'd like you to do this every day for me, and it's really important for the consistency and accountability that we spoke about that you can do this for me. Okay, Paul?